What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Phantom here, and today's video I am going to be showing you guys how to beat Kitsune without using momentum or without using the boosts. So in Kitsune there is this thing that is called momentum. So whenever you beat a level and you go to the next, you carry on the momentum from the level beforehand. So sometimes, let's say you beat the first level and then you die in the second level, you don't have that momentum, so it's a bit harder because you're not going as fast. So I'm going to show you guys how to beat Kitsune without using momentum or the boosts present on the map. So I'm assuming that you guys already have, basic knowledge on how to surf. And if you don't, I'm going to show you guys. So as you can see right here, you're going to have a ramp and it's going to be inclined. So if it's inclined to the right, you're going to hold A while you're surfing. And if it's inclined to the left, you're going to hold D. So whenever you're surfing, you do not hold W because you're going to fall off. So I'm going to show you guys what happens if you hold W while you're surfing. As you can see, you just slide off. But if you only hold A, you're going to be able to surf and you won't fall off. So another thing is that whenever you're surfing, if you look up, you go up. And if you look down, you go down. So that's basically, the basic techniques. It's the basic movements of surfing. So I'm going to show you guys how to beat the first level. The first level should be fairly easy. You have to do is jump on the side, hold A, and then go up a bit, and you should make it. And then orange is basically the same thing. So you just jump on it, go all the way to the bottom, and then go to the top, and then sort of flick, and you should make it. Now yellow is a bit harder, but it's fairly easy. So you go on whichever side, right? So on this side, I'm going to hold A. On that ramp, I'm going to hold D. And on that ramp, I'm going to hold A. So you're going to be surfing on the bottom edge so it can be easier. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So here we go. Hold A, hold D, hold A, and then you go to the top, flick, and then you should make it. So if you go on the other side, it would be the exact opposite. So you're going to hold D right there, hold A right here, and then hold D. But for me, I held A, D, and A. And then you should be good. And then Lime actually had quite a bit of issues whenever I was first learning how to beat Kitsune. So here in this stage, you have to know how to flick a little bit, because you're going to hold A on this ramp on this side, and you're going to hold D on that one. And you're going to flick off to the left so you can make it to the ramp or to the end stage. So right here, I'm going to hold A. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, flick a bit, make it right here, and then flick like that, and then you should make it and beat it. So Cyan was actually much easier in my opinion than Lime. So there are little squares that you have to go through. So for Cyan, just focus on the squares. Don't even focus on your surfing, because by now you should be pretty decent on your surfing. You should be able to trust your hand to hold A or D if you're doing it this side. And just like I said on Lime, you have to flick a bit so you can go through the squares. So all you have to do is focus on the squares. Don't really focus on your surfing, because you should be fairly decent at surfing by now. So as you can see, just sort of focus on the squares. And it's basically all timing when you flick so you can go through the square. Because if you flick too early, usually you're going to hit the bottom. And if you flick too late, you're going to hit the top. So it has to be like exact timing. So here's blue. Blue is much easier than Cyan. So all you have to do is jump on the edge or on the ramp, and then you're gonna hold a button and twist, and then you should make it through blue. So let's say you're gonna turn left, hold A, and if you're gonna turn right, hold D. Because if you turn left and you hold D, it'll cancel out and you're just gonna move one way and you won't spiral like I did. So purple is somewhat hard as well, because there are two squares that you have to go through. As you saw that guy, you kind of have to flick to the right, and you have to have quite a bit of momentum, quite a bit of speed to beat this level. So there we go. And then right here, you have to have a bit of speed in order to make it all the way to the top. So you flick, and then you should make it to the top, and then you should make it to pink. So pink, in my opinion, is easier than purple, because all you have to do is you kind of have to swivel through these big walls. So right here, you're going to hold D and then hold A again so you can skip that little gap, then flick up, and then, you know, just weave through them, and then you should make it through pink. And now here, white is a huge issue, so I'm gonna try to break it down for you. So right here, you know, you're gonna surf, and then once you get to the edge, you're gonna either flick to the left or flick to the right, depending on which side you're on. So I usually always go on this side, so I'm gonna flick to the left, and then I'm gonna hold D and turn right, and then there's gonna be a part where I have to swivel into a spiral, so I'm gonna hold A and turn left, and I'm gonna keep holding A, and I'm gonna land on another ramp, and then from there it's gonna be like purple, where you have to go through 2 squares, technically 3 at the end. So then, you know, you have to time those square jumps, and then after that you're gonna land on another ramp, and then you're gonna go through a spiral, and then you're just gonna you have to hold D and right. I mean, you have to turn right and hold D, and then after that you're gonna land on another ramp, and that ramp is gonna get you like almost max momentum, max speed, and there's gonna be a bunch of more walls where you have to like weave and dodge like pink, and then after that there's gonna be like a little hole in the ground where you have to like sort of like weave and dodge really fast depending on how fast you're going. And after that you're gonna land on one last ramp, and then from there you're gonna land on another ramp, and hopefully you're gonna have enough speed to complete the level. So I'm gonna try it first try, and if I don't get it, I'm gonna cut this part out and then, you know, show you guys like the final result. So here we go. We're gonna spiral, make it right here, you know, jump through the squares, make it to this one, jump through another square, and so here's the spiral. So what I've noticed is that you need at least 2,200 speed in order to make it to the bottom. Here we go, here's the speed, and then here's the pink part. So you do this, and you see I hit that. So if I wouldn't have hit that, I would have most definitely finished the level. So I'm gonna cut this part out and show you guys the end results. Alright, so this is Phantom from the future, and I forgot to unmute my mic because I didn't know I was gonna get it this early. So I'll just talk over the clip. So right here I'm just, you know, turning around, holding A and turning to the left. Here I kind of flick off, and then, you know, bounce off that, hold D right here, sort of look to the right, jump off the ramp, hold D right here, and then sort of flick off, hold D and turn the mouse to the right, and then just keep holding D, and then you're gonna land right here, and then you're gonna swivel through these, and then right here I just hold A and turn left, and I just hold A from here. So once you get to that like magenta, you know, just sort of flick off and then keep holding A on this ramp, and you need at least 2,200 speed, and then you flick off, and you need at least, I'm pretty sure it's like 2,000 speed to make it to the end. So I mean, Kitsune isn't that hard, it's just practice, you know, you just gotta get the hold of it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If it helped, drop a like. If you're new around here, subscribe. I post a lot of, you know, CSGO surfing videos. I might upload more tutorials on different maps. So yeah guys, it's been Phantom. Take care. Peace out.